Okay, so the title of this explainer, You're Not Special. I know, that sounds a little harsh, right? But what if I told you that by the end of this, you'll see that's actually the best news you've heard all day?
Seriously, just let that sit for a minute. You're not special. Now, that might sting a little, but stick with me, because that simple phrase, it might just be the most freeing thing you hear all day.
So let's talk about the special trap. I mean, this whole idea flies in the face of pretty much everything we're taught from like day one. It's this myth that we're all kind of sold on.
You know the ones I'm talking about, right? All those little phrases we hear over and over again. You're different. Oh, you're so unique. You are meant for something big. And look, they sound great, they're meant to be encouraging, but they have this hidden dark side. And that dark side, it leads us right into something I like to call the waiting game. We're going to break down how this whole belief in our own specialness can actually, weirdly, just stop us in our tracks. Yeah, it creates this vicious cycle of doing, well, nothing. See, if you believe you're destined for some amazing grand thing, you don't just start, no, you wait. You wait for that perfect moment. You wait for the perfect idea. You wait for that lightning bolt of motivation to strike.
And why do we do this? Because deep down, the myth we've bought into is that special people, well, they don't struggle, right? They don't have messy first drafts or false starts. For them, it all just kind of works out, magically. At least that's the story.
Okay, so if the whole special thing is a trap, what's the way out? Well, it's not about being special at all. It's about what we'll call the consistency secret. This is what successful people are actually doing, while everyone else is still waiting for their big moment.
Let's put these two ideas side by side. On one hand, you have the special myth. It's all about believing in magic moments, feeling like you need to be confident before you can even start, and thinking everything has to be perfect. But then there's the consistent reality. This is all about believing in the process, building your confidence by doing the thing, and totally accepting that your first few tries, they're going to be messy, and that's okay.
So what does that look like in real life? Honestly, it's not glamorous. At all. It's showing up when you're bored, it's working when it's totally inconvenient, and it's just keeping going even when you have no idea if you're on the right track. There's really no magic formula here.
And this is where things get really powerful. We're talking about giving yourself permission to just be average. I know, it sounds completely backwards, but it unlocks this incredible, liberating feeling when you just let go of all that pressure.
When you let go of that need to be special, you finally give yourself permission for your work to be messy.
You give yourself permission for it to be slow. Permission to feel completely and totally uncertain.
And maybe most importantly, you finally give yourself permission to just be a beginner.
And you have to get this into your head. Feeling all of those things, messy, slow, uncertain, that's not a sign that you're failing. Not at all. That is a sign that you are in it. This is the process. All right, so how do we actually use this? Let's talk about a new call to action, and it's built on a super simple rule. Repetition beats talent.
You see, that whole special trap gets us stuck on one question over and over. What makes me different? We need to just throw that question out the window.
And instead, we're going to replace it with a question that's way more powerful. Start asking yourself this: what can I do repeatedly?
Because here's the honest-to-God truth. Talent, it's a nice head start, sure, but it doesn't win the race. Repetition beats talent every single time. The person who just keeps showing up will always beat the person who has a gift they never bother to use. And that brings us full circle, right back to where we started, but now it means something different. You're not special. You're either consistent or you're not. And you know what? When it comes to actually making progress, building something you care about, or reaching a goal, that's the only thing that really matters in the end.